Harvey, played by Ross Boatman, is now living in Walford with his daughter, Dana Monroe, Barbara Smith, following the arrest of his son, Aaron Monroe, Charlie Wernham, last month on EastEnders. With the latter having been part of a far-right group, many residents of the square have turned their back on the father of two, thinking surely he would have known his son was a terrorist. However, as he tries to get his life back on track, Harvey could come face to face with another one of his children as they turn up on the BBC soap to try and get answers about their brother and their past. The drama continues with the Monroe family in next week's episodes of the weeknight serial drama as Harvey tries to make contact with his son behind bars. Previously, Aaron told his father he never wanted to see him again as the taxi cab driver informed him he was moving away. Changing his mind after a conversation with Gene Slater, Gillian Wright, the father of two decided to stay and try to reconnect with his eldest child. When he decides he's going to call the prison to try and make contact, he is disheartened Aaron still doesn't want to speak with him. He could become concerned his son isn't getting to see anyone during his stint in jail, but Harvey might not realize his children's brother has been keeping him company. It could emerge years ago, Harvey had an affair behind his wife's back after she gave birth to Aaron because he couldn't cope with the pressure of becoming a father. As he enjoyed his alliance with an unknown character, he could have thought it was just a bit of fun until she told him she was pregnant. With the news opening his eyes to the drama he had caused for himself, the taxi cab driver could have told his lover to terminate the pregnancy and he would have returned home to try and work on his marriage. From this point, he would have worked hard to be the father his son needed, and when they were in a better place, he and his wife would have welcomed Dana into their lives. He would have had no idea his forbidden lover would have kept the baby and would have been raising it on her own without his help. Reaching a certain age, however, the child would have become intrigued about who their father was and would have done some digging. Uncovering the truth about Harvey, the youngster could have searched for him for years but would have had difficulty given the fact he kept moving around. Having settled in Walford for almost a year now, Harvey would have finally been tracked down by his second child, who would have been waiting in the shadows. Not wanting to confront their father straight away, the grown-up baby he abandoned might have decided to pursue Aaron instead. Knowing there would be no place for their brother to run in prison, it would have been the perfect opportunity to get answers. Aaron would be shocked to discover his father had another son all this time, but furious with Harvey, he would willingly give his brother what he wanted. Armed with ammunition, the child could proceed to turn up in Walford and come face to face with their father for the first time. As the new character explains who they are, Harvey could be horrified to learn his forbidden lover didn't follow through with his demands. Exposing his father in a public arena, such as the Queen Vic, the child would make sure there is nowhere for the taxi cab driver to hide. This would turn Harvey's life upside down as he would have to explain himself to Dana and his love interest Jean. How well do you know your British soaps? How many times has Ian Beale been married in EastEnders? What is the name of Bianca Jackson and Ricky Butcher's son on EastEnders? On EastEnders in 2002, who accidentally ran Jamie Mitchell over in his car which caused his death? How many times has Corey's Steve MacDonald been married? What happened to Emily Bishop in Coronation Street? Who murdered Maxine Peacock in Coronation Street in 2003? Which incident in 1993 killed off 4 characters in Emmerdale? When did the show stop being known as Emmerdale Farm? On what day did Hollyoaks air its first episode? What was the name of the much-loved Coronation Street pet dog who was put down in April 2020 after 14 years? 1996 saw the arrival of one of Hollyoaks' all-time bad boys and rival, a Kurt Benson, but who is he? Who is the longest-serving character on Coronation Street? Who shot Phil in EastEnders? How many fires have there been at Corey's Rover's return? Get out of my pub, you're no soaps fan. You're either too young to remember the big lines or have better things to do on weekday evenings. Casual viewer, you watch them sometimes so you kinda know what's been going on. Die-hard fan, you love watching the soaps so much your entire week is planned around when they air. Harvey would also realize in this moment his child would have been visiting Aaron in prison, as they would know things too personal to have read about online. The taxi cab driver would think this is his eldest son sticking the knife in after his father walked away from him. But with no possibility of rewriting the past, it could finally be time for Harvey to step up to the plate and take on the responsibility of a third child. But will the father and son be able to get on, or will they discover they are polar opposites and believe there is no chance of ever developing a relationship? Since arriving on the square last summer, Harvey has become a regular face and has generated intrigue from viewers. Discussing securing the role, the actor who plays Harvey, Ross, explained it was his 5th or 6th time auditioning to be a character on the show. The soap star said, "They'd always be very positive and say, 'We think Ross is perfect for the show, but this part isn't the one.' On my last audition, a few years ago, apparently I got down to the last 2 and Julia Crampsey, the head of casting at EastEnders, said to me, 'There will be something.' Now, we've finally found the part, and it feels right that they didn't give me the ones I went for previously because this one makes much more sense for me," he said in an interview with TV Times. But is there more to know about the mysterious character's past?